hope you're having a good day and welcome to story time. I'm going to be reading a story from the book from Bob Hartman's Rhyming Bible, which is a very special story for today, which is Maundy Thursday. Now, to start off with, I was wondering, what is your favourite meal? Have a little discussion with the people in the room. What's your favourite meal? My favourite meal is macaroni cheese with garlic bread. And then for pudding, to have sticky toffee pudding with custard. But I remember a really special meal that I had, which was with my grandparents and my mum, and we were right by the sea, and we had fresh fish and amazing chips, and we saw an incredible view. It was amazing. Now today's story is about Jesus having a special meal with his special friends. So, are we sitting comfortably? Get your wiggles out, and I will begin. The story is called Body and Blood and Bread and Wine. Jesus' disciples approached him and asked, "Where should we eat the Passover meal?" So Jesus gave two of them one simple task. Find a man with a jar, keep your eyes peeled. And when you have found the man with the jar, then follow him back to his master's place. And when you explain what you've been sent for, the master will show you an upstairs space. Body and blood and bread and wine, given for you, a love that's all mine. Body and blood and bread and wine, a supper that lasts to the end of time. The disciples then did all that Jesus had said, and every detail he told them was right. So they readied the supper, the lamb, wine and bread, but as they were eating, Jesus sighed. One of you here at this table tonight will betray me before we see a new day. The disciples all cried, "Is it I? Is it I?" "It's one of you, yes," is all Jesus would say. Body and blood and bread and wine, given for you, a love that's all mine. Body and blood and bread and wine, a supper that lasts to the end of time. One of you put in your hand in the dish, dip in your bread in the Passover stew. I know I must die, I know that's God's wish, but woe to the one who makes it come true. So listen to me, he said, taking some bread. And when he had blessed it, he broke it into two, then passed it to each of them. Take it, he said, this is my body given for you. Body and blood and bread and wine, given for you, a love that's all mine. Body and blood and bread and wine, a supper that lasts to the end of time. He then took a cup, held it up in full view. Here is my blood, he said, fruit of the vine, the blood of the covenant poured out for you. And when he had blessed it, they all drank the wine. Yes, this is my last cup of wine, he said, until in God's kingdom I drink it brand new. And when they had sung a hymn, he led them off to the hills in the deep night's blue. Body and blood and bread and wine, given for you, a love that's all mine. Body and blood and bread and wine, a supper that lasts to the end of time. Now there we see that Jesus actually is having what we know as communion. And this would have been the first communion. So the bread represents Jesus' body that is broken for us. The wine represents his blood poured out for us. And his disciples would be just sitting there going, Jesus, what are you talking about? But it's on Good Friday, tomorrow, that the disciples would have realized what that meant. When Jesus is hung on a cross, dying for me and for you, so that we can have a forever friend relationship with him. So tomorrow there'll be lots of stuff up that you can do together as a family to explore what Good Friday means to each and every one of us. So I hope that you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow at the Teddy Bears Picnic, which is at 12. It will be good to see you there, which is on Instagram or on YouTube Live. Send in your pics as well. I would love to see them, and then we can do shout outs for you as well. But I just pray and ask God today that you remember that Jesus loves you, and actually the ultimate special meal that we can have is the one where we remember what Jesus did for us on Good Friday. Have a good day, guys. Bye.